And joining me now is Kyle Clark, investment advisor for Gerber Kawasaki. Kyle, thanks for coming on the show. How serious do you think TikTok is about this push into gaming?
Yeah, first and foremost, thanks for having me today. I think it's really impressive. If we take a step back and we look at the monthly active users of TikTok, we're looking at 1.6 billion users, which is more than Twitter, Snapchat, and LinkedIn combined. And you're seeing downloaded it more often than any other app really in this space in the past 5 quarters, and making it the world's most visited site basically in 2021. So they've done a really tremendous job of allowing producers and content creators to generate that content at scale and really have the ability to leverage that in one of the fastest growing spaces, which is social media, and now kind of moving towards another vertical, which is videos and video games specifically. I think it gives TikTok an incredibly strong advantage, when we're talking about the social media platform wars that are going on. Gaming is one of the most influential elements of online, content. And I think it's really, really smart and makes a lot of sense for TikTok to lean into this space, to lean into the verticals that video games provide for the next opportunity of growth.
So what's the monetizable opportunity here, Kyle? With 1.6 billion daily users on TikTok, it would seem like adding gaming would only up that user base, up the engagement, and thus be a pretty lucrative opportunity for the platform.
100%. Yeah. With in-game apps and mini games, it's definitely going to boost user engagement. It's really smart. TikTokers love their platform and apps. They spend on average about 50 minutes per day on their platform. Some of the younger users as well spend looking at 90 minutes on the platform. So in terms of eyeballs, that's a lot of time on the platform. If you look at the numbers for TikTok, even without gaming, just looking at the ad revenue alone, they're likely to triple this year to more than $11 billion. So adding video games is just going to be another feather in the cap, so to speak, for TikTok specifically, to diversify another revenue stream for them, not just on the social media platform side of things, but also another social engagement segment, right? And they're now bringing entertainment and interaction to the platform. People, for the most part, forget that TikTok has also acquired a Shanghai-based company for Monotune Studios to be able to really leverage the mobile device opportunities within the video game space and going head-to-head essentially with some big video game producers such as Tencent. So I really think, ball's in their court in terms of their ability to execute. And that's really the next question is, what does that execution look like for TikTok longer term?
And let's talk about some of these specifics, Kyle, because I do see that TikTok testing these HTML5 games on its platform. That's a pretty common mini game, if you will. What do we know about that type of game and how it could benefit TikTok?
Yeah, 100%. We saw this with other social media platforms as well, specifically within Facebook, where they launched Insta Games several years back. And really, it created an incredible amount of popularity during that time. And I think TikTok is taking a page out of that playbook. We're also looking at companies as well like Netflix that are adding to their platform, looking to increase and have about 50 games on their platforms by the end of this year. And I think it's really interesting when you take a look at the video game companies, right? They're really trying to make a push into creating more of a social environment, a community for their users and players across the board. And TikTok's kind of taking basically a reverse stance on the opposite side of that equation. They're going to be taking the social element of TikTok and now introducing video games, which I think is really, really critical because community is ultimately the biggest leverage that TikTok has when talking about user engagement and really focusing on monetizing those long term. So, I wouldn't expect I would be surprised if they wouldn't roll out video games here in the United States towards the end of this year during the holiday season as well to really capitalize on user engagement on the platform. So, I think it makes a lot of sense for TikTok users and quite honestly, giving TikTok users a reason to stay on the platform even longer.
So another question that I have is, you mentioned Facebook's parent company, obviously Meta, trying to pivot into the metaverse, focusing on gaming, as well as is Netflix. That's a different medium and platform clearly than TikTok. But does TikTok have an upper hand here? The fact that it is mobile, it's on your phone, you can hold it in your hand, you don't necessarily have to interact with a TV or start using Netflix on your phone, which you might not have been doing before.
Right. Exactly. Right. When you're talking about 1.6 billion monthly active users, most of the content is being utilized on that phone. So being able to monetize that even further, the convenience of having, a visual, digital content and something in your hand to play while passing the time rather than having to sit down, take out the console and actually use it, I think is a huge advantage that TikTok has. And it'll be interesting to see, how they're able to maintain users playing video games when most of TikTok's videos are, 30 seconds. So it'll be very interesting to see how they're able to keep that engagement longer term.
We will be watching closely. Certainly a big opportunity for TikTok. That's Kyle Clark, investment advisor at Gerber Kawasaki Wealth and Investment Management. Thank you.